We are just waiting right now until 2:35, just in case there is another people that want to enter to the room. But in 1 minute we will start. Okay?
Abans quan algú parlava ens hem espantat tots. Vale. Ah, vale, ok. Vale. Pues mira, jo si vols començar.
Okay. Well, I think it's time just to start with the presentation. Thank you very much for being here to this informational session regarding the Master in Cybersecurity of the UPC. My name is Oscar. I'm just the coordinator of the Master, and I'm going to give you some piece of information about about the Master itself, how it's going to be, how it is programmed, which are the subjects that include, and so on. Well, but first, before entering with the program, the study program itself, let me introduce some piece of information related to, the relevance of security right now. I suppose that I don't really need just to explain too much about the relevance of this topic, cybersecurity, right now, because if you have a look to the news, there are everyday attacks all around, not only for individuals, but also for companies, institutions in general, public and private ones. So this is an open issue that should be solved. Well, maybe some years ago, the people were not very aware about security issues, but right now, there are no, even all the people are very concerned about this because there are many attacks in many ways. I mean, so this is not something that I think I don't need to discuss much about that. But well, maybe it's better just to introduce this issue by some piece of information related. I want you to introduce just some numbers that I get from a report that every year is issued by the INCIBE. The INCIBE is the Spanish National Cybersecurity Institute, is the one in charge of protecting most of the infrastructures of the governments and institutions, ministries, and so on. And it's also in charge of many other things like generating these reports and also providing some extra protection for also for companies and so on. So it's a quite important institution here in Spain that related to cybersecurity. And in the report of 2 years ago, I'm sorry for the information because I think that they issued the report of the 2023 just a few months ago, and I didn't have the time just to renew these figures, these numbers, but the tendency is just the same. I mean, if you have a look to those kinds of reports, you will see that cybersecurity is nothing like some kind of topic on fashion, like let's say other ones like blockchains and so on, or the artificial intelligence. It's something that is not going to change. It's growing and growing every year. In particular, the number of attacks every year, just in Spain, according to this report, is just increasing by, let's say, 20% every year. It's, this is not going to change, okay? So we expect more attacks year over year, and this is because attackers obtain a certain benefit, economical one, and for that reason they do so. So we need some kind of professionals that are going to lead the security in the following years. This is some kind of necessity, okay, that we have. There are very few cybersecurity professionals right now in the market, many open positions in the market. And for that reason, we some years ago, we decided to issue this cybersecurity, this master program, because there is that necessity in the market. So you have a look also to this kind of reports, you will see that there are many companies offering vacant positions just to hire people, just to maintain the cybersecurity internally, but they do not cover those positions. If you have a look, you will see that half of the companies are not able to fill all these positions. There are many vacant positions just available for people that have such knowledge, okay? And this is something that's a necessity. And you have a look also to other web page in which the state which are the, the type of works that are mostly uh, that are most relevant for companies just to hire people or new people. You will see that this comes from the ADECO Foundation, okay? In the topic of about the information technology and telecommunications, cybersecurity experts are one of those typical profiles that are always in the first positions, always. Okay, so there is a necessity, a clear necessity of new professionals. Okay, so take this into consideration. So, but this is not only because you want to. Sometimes the people that want to start a professional career here are just studying with us about topics about cybersecurity. There are some topics that cover in the normal in the degrees, the computer science degrees. Where there are some knowledge previously one that you obtained during your degrees probably, but maybe you will see that it's not enough. Okay, maybe you can obtain some work in cybersecurity just with the knowledge that you have for your degrees, but probably it's better just to continue studying for a while. Okay, because in that case, my recommendation is just to continue for just single year, that it's the master length. Okay, because in that case, probably you are going to be able just to choose the position and the topic you want to continue on. Okay, maybe there are many people that say this to me. I don't need to have a master just to work on cybersecurity. This is true, but maybe not in the position that you want. Okay, with the master, you can probably just choose this is I want to be an ethical hacker, I want to be a risk analyst or whatever. Okay, you can choose because there are many open positions, and you know something about the program, you will see that yeah, this is relevant. Okay. So, and this is not only just because I want to work on that, because sometimes there are many other issues that some people that want to study on this topic because they want to provide something extra for the community, because there are some ethical implications being in working on that. If you want to get bad guys, okay, or protect your businesses or whatever, this is something relevant. But it's not only this. I extracted some piece of information from the USA about some salaries, average ones in the 2022. Okay, just to give you some piece of idea about the tendencies. Not don't look at the numbers, because these are salaries in average for people working in the US. Obviously, the salaries are better than here. But well, it is going to provide to you some kind of idea about which are the numbers. You can just see these tendencies. I like the tendencies. Because, for instance, if you have a look to, if you are a web developer in the US, you are going to earn the salary, including, you have to deduce the taxes and so on, as you may imagine, of $80 or something like that. Okay, something better if you are a network administrator, or if you are a programmer, something better. But if you have a look to an information security analyst, it is going to be even better. The difference here there in the USA, we are talking about, let's say, $1,000 each month. Okay, not bad, not bad. And I provided to something extra in the following line. Okay, if you continue making some research, okay, because this is something that some of you doesn't know, or maybe you are not aware about that. But if you continue maybe doing the PhD or something like that, you increase it's like investing on you at the end. It's continue studying, okay, It's some kind of investing. You are going to waste some much, not waste. You are going to provide to you some extra time just to study or get some knowledge, and probably at the end you will earn a little more. Okay, if you are a researcher, there are many companies looking for people that think. Okay, it's not only developing work; it's just thinking. Okay, this is something that is overpaid. Okay, just for those people that like research, because not all of you, not all people are just focused on that. Okay, but I want you to give you these numbers. So let's start talking about the master itself. When we designed the master, we thought that maybe it would be a good idea just to divide the topics, the courses, in three main branches. Okay, these are protection of data, okay, information. This is one of the branches. Another one is protection of applications, of software, okay? And the third one is the protection of the infrastructure. That mainly for us is the network, okay? Think that we have professionals, we have professors on each of these branches, and obviously in each of the subjects that have been making some research in all those topics for several years. They are quite good ones. So we think that this is a good profile for the master. That I didn't mention that, but this master is some kind of mix between the Faculty of Informatics and the Telecommunications School. Okay, we have professors from both branches. Okay, this is important. Okay, so obviously you can enter to the master if you have any kind of degree related to computer science. Okay, but there you are going to do several things. You are going to deal with things related to programming. You are going to deal with things related to networking, things related to, well, also some issues related to regulations also. This is a technical master mainly, okay? We are in the Technical University of Catalonia, and we mainly are based on technical masters and degrees. For that reason, I must say so, because sometimes there are some people that think that this could be some kind of mixing between a master with contents related to regulations, mainly, or half of that, but this is not true. I mean, we are going to teach you something about regulations, but this is not the main objective of the master. The master is technical, okay? We're going to deal with technical issues, programming, making it working stuff, This is the idea, practices, and also theory, of course, okay? But it's a technical master, okay? If you continue with that, if you finally decide to enter to the master, the thing is that there we are going to teach you several things about many open issues. There are many backup positions just to cover, just prior to the attacks, during the attacks, meanwhile, after the attacks, it's you can work detecting or making some risk analysis, detection of attacks, prevention, forensic analysis, and many things. Okay, there are many positions you have to cover. This is up to you. And there are some people that prefer to work on the architecture. There are some people that prefer to work just on real fire, just those that are just aware of the attacks themselves when they are just on the at that very time. Okay, so that depends on you, and you will receive some knowledge about that. And all these skills are going to be covered by the master. Don't think that this master is going to solve your life for the whole thing. This is just the very beginning. If you are a professional of cybersecurity, you are going to be needing to recycle yourself every time. I mean, because this is an open issue. This is not just thing. I am going to finish the master, and after that, I'm not going to need to study anything else. No, this is not true, because the attacker just changed their plans every day. So you need to continue studying day by day, and this is something that you should consider in advance. The security is not for all people. Okay, think that this is something that you should be aware if you finally decide to continue your professional career in this topic. This is something that is always changing because the attacker doesn't go to sleep. And they are just always there, just trying to find vulnerabilities and trying to attack you. Okay, so this is the thing. I mean, the master is going to be just a very good beginning for you. Okay, a good just a good training just to get many knowledge about certain very typical topics, but it's not just that because it lasts just 1 year, okay? And obviously in 1 year we cannot summarize you the whole topic of cybersecurity, as you may imagine. Okay, there are many, many researchers, many, many professionals working for many years, and obviously we cannot compact all this knowledge in one single year. Okay, this is just a kind of software, very good summary in my opinion. Okay, but you later are going to need to continue studying for sure. Okay, and when finishing, I'm sorry. Most of you probably you will continue your professional career in a company, working, just protecting the thing and so on. But this is not the only way of continuing. As I mentioned previously, you can also continue doing some research here at university in a PhD program. Okay, this is also something that you should consider. Not now, but maybe in the future. Think that it's an investment for you, according to my experience. Okay, but well, just think about that. So, there are many, many subjects. Just to let me show you which is the study program, so we can work on that because there are many information in the slide. You can have a look to them. Most of the times I don't follow the slides, okay, but you have there the information. You can read it later if you want. Okay, but the thing is, this is the master's program. It lasts just 1 year. It is supposed to last 1 year if you do it just regularly and so. The thing is that in the bottom part you can see the first semester, and in the upper part you have you can see the second semester. Okay, in the first semester you have most of the compulsory subjects, the mandatory ones. Okay, in the first semester you have 5 of them. Okay, and you can choose one elective subject. Okay, and in the second semester, you're going to have one single compulsory subject, and you will need to choose, if I'm not wrong, 2 more elective subjects and one seminar in addition to the master thesis. Okay, this is the idea. Obviously, this is supposed to be just a program itself. It is supposed to be like this, okay? But there are some people that, for instance, they work, okay? You can do it in a partial time, okay? You don't need just to make it completely. I will recommend to make it completely because those subjects are not going to be repeated every semester, okay? So take this into consideration, but it's also a possibility to make it if you work or you have any other issue that you cannot just enroll the whole number of subjects. You can do it in a partial time. This is also possible, okay? But well, let me explain some of the issues that I don't know, you can see in the figure that there are some, let's say, dotted lines in which you can find the subjects that are devoted to these 3 branches that I mentioned previously. Okay, one related to data or information security, another one about software security, and the third one about infrastructure security. Okay. So you have a look to the center ones, the data security ones. The main subject is data protection. This is the typical crypto subject. Here you will find a very good mathematician, a cryptographer, that is going here to explain to you the crypto primitives, the main ones. I mean, we were talking about symmetric crypto, asymmetric crypto, hashes, digital signatures, things like that. Okay, these are the main tool that we have. We security engineers. Well, this is the main issue that we cover most of the times. This is not meaning that you are going to be a cryptographer. Maybe so, but maybe not. Maybe you are going to use those crypto primitives just like boxes. Okay, that you know how to use them, but maybe you are not going to develop them internally. Okay, it's up to you. Okay. And in the second semester, you have network authentication and authentication. That is another subject that covers most of the issues related to the way to authenticate, the way in which you identify when entering, for instance, web pages and so on, and protocols that are intended to do that. Okay. It's also those subjects in green are the compulsory ones. Okay, related to the infrastructure security, you can find network security. That is the typical networking with practices subject that covers most of the protocols that are intended to protect the communications, like TLS, okay, or IPsec. This is the idea. Okay. And also there is another subject that is called network traffic monitoring analysis, in which you are going to be you're going to find topics related to traffic sniffing, detecting attacks, and also some kind of information related to um, here you have some information about regulations also. You will find some topics there, okay? Unrelated to software security, you will find the application security topic, in which you are going to be taught about how to design applications in a secure way, okay? The security by design, or privacy by design, and things like that, okay? And there is another extra subject that is about malware, in which you are going to introduce about viruses, trojans, ransomware, and things like that, okay? And the way to protect yourselves about this kind of attacks and so on. This is the idea of these overall subjects. You can see that there are some of them that maybe some of them seems more interesting for you. That depends on your profile also. If you are more aware about things related to, I don't know, programming, maybe the ones related to software are more relevant to you. I don't know. Or if you are more network engineer, maybe the ones related to the infrastructure are better for you. I don't know. That depends on the profile of each self. Okay. But the thing is that these are the mandatory ones. The elective ones are something. Well, you have here some links that you can follow just to give. There are some extra information which you can see the whole profile of the subject there. I will have a look to that. This is some kind of. This is the same that I explained right now. Okay. And related to the elective ones, as I mentioned, you have to choose 3 elective subjects and 1 seminar. Okay. There are some of these subjects that are, let's say, very focused on a particular topic. For instance, there is a subject related to blockchain, okay, or another one related to quantum crypto, okay, that is very focused on that topic. And there are other subjects that are more, let's say, cutting edge, just transversal, that covers many scenarios, okay. So you have to choose, okay. That depends on you also. So the list of current elective subjects, the one that we offer during this semester or during this course, probably for the following one are going to be the same. We don't expect to have any change, okay? But that depends on, it may vary depending on, the availability of professors and so on. We expect to have the same ones, okay? But we don't really completely know, we cannot completely assure that it's not going to change in the following year. Most of them are going to be the same. Maybe one of them, it's going to be changed to another one. That depends. But we don't expect so. You can see here, let's say, blockchain is one of these semester. The ones that are in the first semester, you can have a look to them, the 2 first ones, okay? And you have there the 2 seminars that we are offering right now, okay? So you have to choose one of them, okay, to complete the whole number of credits. And finally, let's talk about the master thesis, okay? Master thesis is some kind of project you have to develop at the end of the master. Most of the times, what we do is just remembering which is the professor that we like the most during the courses, and knock his door or her door, and talk to him or her just to see if there are some available project to offer or whatever. Okay, this is the typical way of training these kind of projects. Okay, not the only one. Okay, of course you can try to find some company in which you can develop your project. Okay, this is also an opportunity. Thinking that in this case, it's most of the administrative staff is going to be guided by the telecommunications school, but there are a couple of things that are going to be managed by the Faculty of Informatics. The relationship with companies and also the international relationships are going to be managed by the Faculty of Informatics. Take this into consideration. It's more or less the same, but think about that. Okay, you can do your project in a company, but in that case, the bureaucracy issues should be managed by the Faculty of Informatics. Okay, and if you want to go abroad to make your master thesis just in a foreign country, in a company or another university, you can do so. But in that case, you need to enlarge your master in one semester because you have to finish the second semester here just to the normal courses, okay? And after that, go abroad to do to the master thesis, okay? You cannot do it at the same time. You cannot be here and abroad at the same time, okay? This is the idea. And finally, after ending, as I mentioned, I recommend just to pursue the master because if you are able to finish it, I would recommend so, is that you can choose finally the way you direct your profile or your professional career, and you have many opportunities, and you can decide if you are going to be some kind of security analyst, analyzing the security vulnerabilities of companies or institutions, or maybe you want to be a professional detecting or preventing attacks, okay, or if you want to be some kind of ethical hacker, you want to do things related to penetration testing, okay. This is you have many opportunities. You can choose at the end, okay. So that depends on the things you like at the end, okay. And finally, just to end my presentation, let me introduce here at the UPC, there is a cybersecurity chair, okay. We have some funding obtained by the INCIBE, the institution that I mentioned at the very beginning, the Spanish Institute of Cybersecurity. Okay, they provided to us some funding just to make some extra things like you will see that you are enrolled in the master the following year. You will see that sometimes we offer some talks. We invite external professors. Sometimes we make some activities paid by this chair. Okay, some that for now we have this funding. We don't expect to have it for much longer than probably the following year. So it's a good opportunity if you enroll right now or the following year. And we have very good partners like the IDOSCAT Foundation and the Cybersecurity Agency of Catalonia. Also, it's also a partner of us. Okay, the one that is involved in the protection of for instance, of the hospitals of Catalonia and the whole institutions and governments of Catalonia. We have very good partners. This is everything I wanted to explain from my side. I don't know if right now Sonia is going to explain you some issues more devoted to this administrative things. So she's going to continue right now.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Sí, quita la presentación, tendrás que quitarme a mí. No, me refiero que... Vale, me dejo de la presentación. Sí, si quieres aquí. ¿Tienes ahí la presentación? Sí, arriba, en el desplegable. ¿La tienes abierta? ¿Es esa? No, no es esa. Sí. No, esa es la mía. Claro, no aparecía en el desplegable, ¿no? Pues si quieres, coge toda la pantalla. Presenta toda la pantalla y ya está. Mira en el desplegable. Pantalla completa. Can you see the presentation properly? Yes, there, the online guys.
Okay,
Yes,
so
we can.
okay, thank you. What I will do is briefly present all the steps you need to follow in order to succeed in the pre-enrollment, okay, procedures, and any question you may have when I finish, then either through the chat or you can just unmute and we are going to solve any of the things or issues you may have, okay? So it's very, very simple. You will see that these presentations have active links, so whenever you need to go to this information, you will have them available for you. And what about the pre-enrollment of this master degree is we only start in September, so it's not possible to start in February. So you need to wait until March 3rd that we are going to open the pre-enrollment site, okay? So it will be open until mid-June, and this doesn't mean that you need to wait until June. We strongly recommend you, please, to do it as soon as possible. Because then whenever there are problems and so when the deadline is so close, then we always have problems, especially if you need for visa procedures and things like that, and you need the admission letters, whatever. You will see how many steps you need to do. So we strongly recommend to do it as soon as possible, okay? So the thing is, if you do the pre-enrollment, you should know that probably during the steps you will see, you may know about if you are validated, and the admission, usually you will need to be very patient because this master degree has a lot more requests than available places. So sometimes we wait until the end of the procedure to inform you. So this, you need to be patient, okay? And usually the official resolution is published in July, but you will probably earlier know something. But in this case, especially if you need visums and things like that, you should have like B plans just in case, because sometimes the deadlines doesn't allow you to do all the procedures in order to be here on time, okay? And then the classes start, the academic year start in September, and usually the official enrollment of the subjects is 1 week earlier to the start of the academic year, so usually the first week of September or so. Okay, so the steps, very easy. Those of you who are students of the UPC already here in the room, you don't have to go to the e-secretaria, which you are used to, no? It's another site, it's another, like, a new door open for those students abroad and not abroad to come to all the masters, so it's this site, different site. Once there, you need to, of course, provide your details, and if you are from the UPC, we have most of them, so it will be easier for you. If not, you just need to specify your degree. There is a drop-down menu. You need to choose your bachelor, and if it's not there, there is some instructions how to be able to have this information for you. And then you will have to attach some information. So what do you need to upload in this system? Usually, it only depends on where did you earn your bachelor degree. So if you earn it in the UPC, we have already all your academic details, so we just need the English certificate and also the curriculum. And it should be the most updated one. You should consider that it's important. The admission committee is going to look at your background, your interests, so it's important for you to put the most updated one, okay? And then if you come from another public university, of course, we need to see your transcript of records and bachelor diploma. About that, we are aware that probably most of you will be doing your sorry, just a moment. Okay. Sorry. Okay, okay, I continue. So I guess we were that if you were students of not the UPC, we need transcript and diploma. Yes, I was saying that most of you are finishing your bachelor degree when you request to start the master next year. So the most important thing is that the transcript of records is not necessary to be the official one that you have to pay, but yes, the most updated one. But because the admission committee needs to know all the optional subjects, that you have been taken, and we need to make sure that it's possible for you to finish the bachelor degree that semester previously to start the master degree. So the bachelor diploma, not all of you will be capable to upload it. We understand that. But yes, the transcript of records that prove that you are going to finish that semester. Especially important for students of the UPC that they may know that there is some regulation that allow to start the master degree if your bachelor thesis is not passed. In case of the school, there is a specific regulation for the students of this school that only those credits from the bachelor thesis should be not passed. If you have any other subject pending, then no possible for you at all to continue or to enroll that semester. So only if you have the bachelor thesis enrolled the semester previous to start the master, and only the defense is pending, yet then is the only way to enroll for this master degree, okay? So this is important. For those of you coming from abroad, then we also need the passport, curriculum, and then transcript and diploma legalized and translated at least to English or Spanish. Then it's very useful to have the equivalences of the rating system, and very useful, please, is a link or some document that shows the syllabus of all your bachelor degrees. So the admission committee, when they see whatever name of a subject, they may know which contents are there. So this is important. And here you have also the list of the certificates of the B2 level of English that we accept. And please, all these documents need to be um, with digital signature. So if you need to ask your university to provide with these documents, you will probably have to pay, but they have to be official and have to be a way to verify its authenticity. So you should be aware that they have a QR code or some link or something that we can prove that they are correct, okay? So that would be all. Imagine that then you have uploaded everything, then you need to select a master degree you want to be accepted, and you can maybe choose several of them because you're not sure or you just want to have a B plan, which is wise sometimes. And then you should know that for each master degree that you ask admission for, you will need to pay 30 euros, okay? And then, if everything is correct, we will validate this, okay? And that's, this only means that the administrative staff have checked that everything is correct. So from that point on, when we can assist you if you have any doubts, or either with these information sessions, by phone, this email account, or in person. And also during the enrollment day, there is also a chat available for you. But so now let's hope that you are admitted. You will receive a message. They are going to say that you have been admitted, and you will have to actively accept this place. If you don't do it, you will lose your place. Okay? So you need to accept this place, and then is when we are going to give you access to the e-secretaria platform, where you will be able to fulfill all the required things in order to enroll. Okay? And if you are already a student of the UPC, you will see that you will have a file for your bachelor and now a new one for cybersecurity. And then a 300 euros fee will be generated, but you will have 5 days to pay. And this is an advance of the enrollment fees. That means that in September, when you enroll, these 300 euros will be deducted, but it's mandatory for those of you who ask us an admission letter. So, as I told you, if you need an admission letter in order to come, whatever, you should know that all these steps are necessary and mandatory in order to get the admission letter. Okay? Also, for those of you who are from here and you are already students with the grant of the Ministerio de Educación, what will probably happen is that usually the deadline to apply for this scholarship, in Spanish one, is usually is until May, and you probably will not know at all if you are admitted or not. But you have to request anyway, because all master's degree in our school, they are the official ones, so you need to ask for the beca, and then if you are finally admitted, then they will proceed with that general services of the UPC, okay? And those of you who are from abroad, unfortunately, we have no grants at all, so you need to come granted from your own country. And from our side, it's just to specify the contact, the master's account, secretary as well, for any certificate or issues you may need, mobility and internships. And now I give back the ground to Oscar, and we will finish with the recording. So you may feel free to ask anything you may need from us, both of us. Those who are connected, please let us know if you want to unmute, and then we will. Thank you
Okay.
for your attention.
Just emphasize that, as Sonia mentioned, this is a very competitive master. Okay, just to provide you to you some piece of idea about the numbers. We last year there were 170 people trying to enter to the master for 40 vacant positions. Okay, pay attention to this. I'm sorry for that. The procedure is quite slow. There are many people involved. Sorry for that. Be patient, because we have to verify many documents. There are many people trying to enter to the master. Okay. Generally, if you are validated in the platform, this is a meaning that you have the necessary requirements to enter to the master, but this is not meaning you are going to be admitted. Okay, and this is something that is not personal. I mean, we can not everyone can enter to the master. There are many people all around with very good curriculums, just trying to come here to Barcelona to make the master. Don't take it as a personal matter. Okay, this last year, what we did just for you, it's because of you. We changed the procedure, not admitting people that didn't have any possibility to enter. And this is not meaning that you don't have the degree, or this is meaning just that there are not available positions for you. You don't have any choice because there are much more other people that have better profiles or whatever. Don't take this as something personal. Okay, there are only 40 places that we need to cover from all around. Okay, and this is the procedure. If you are if you are validated in the platform, you have the degree, but don't take as personal if finally you do not enter and you are going to be ejected from the procedure. This is good for you because you can have the time to get that B plan and to go to another place. Okay, this is go for you. We change the procedure because of that. We don't want you to wait until the very end or the latest day in which we just provide to you the list of people that enter, because maybe at that time you don't have the possibility of trying to enroll to another master. Okay, this is irrelevant. And obviously, if you have information, if you have some courses, diplomas, or whatever, it's quite important just to upload them from the platform. If you say me anything you want to in the curriculum, if you don't provide to me any proof that you have those courses, we are not going to take them into consideration, as you may imagine. Okay, this is some kind of blah, blah, blah. You can put anything you want in your curriculum. The thing is that obviously you have to demonstrate that you have a degree. We will take into consideration obviously the type of degree you have, the university, if it is properly positioned in some kind of in a good place according to the rankings, things like that, your profile, you know, your expertise, if you have extra information about cybersecurity and so on. All this information is going to be considered, but you have to prove it. It's not saying blah, blah, blah. Okay? Think about that. Okay? Okay, we are going to end the record of the... and we have some questions we can answer right now. Okay? Just give us a couple of minutes.